Hi there. Are we alone in this universe? Unfortunately, no one can give us the exact answer to this question. On one hand, it is difficult to imagine that we are the only intelligent beings among the vastness of space. And if we are not alone, then could there be someone or something more powerful? Every year, the records of eyewitnesses only give rise to disputes between scientists who repeatedly try to refute any event related to a UFO. A shocking video was laid out great on the channel of well-known ufologist from the United States, Marty Salas. He was able to get impressive shots thanks to night vision cameras installed at the foot of the most active volcano in Mexico, which has been famous for its unusual alien activity. On the evening of March 11, 2017, a bright white object emerged from the smoking crater, which picked up great speed in a couple of seconds and flew out into a long spiral and flew out of the range of the surveillance camera. Such craters act as a valve to relieve the excess pressure of a volcano, and it can be assumed that the flow of the volcanic gases escaping from them is a kind of elevator for alien objects rising to the surface. Most of the ufologists who keep track of what is happening are of the opinion that there is still an alien base deep under the volcano. It is worth paying attention to how the UFO turned on the engines, the corrective movements, and left behind a slightly noticeable inversion mark. Marty Salas is convinced that this was a ship of extraterrestrial origin because no vehicle would risk flying directly over an active volcano, which at any moment can throw a hot lava fountain of volcanic ash into the sky. A resident of South Carolina, Deborah Thompson, witnessed an unbelievable situation when a strange object hovered over her house one night. The woman posted a video on YouTube in which she expressed her surprise at what was happening. Kiya Island, where the shot was taken, a red object resembling a disc shape, is located off the coast of South Carolina. This area is known for its paranormal activity. This unusual phenomenon is not the first time the island's population has been exposed to something like this. Later, when the media became interested in the story, Deborah spoke with one of the stations and said, "When I went outside, I noticed this beautiful red sphere in the sky. I knew it wasn't Venus because from where I was standing it was in the northwest, and it seemed to be controlled by an intelligent creature." Since the beginning of 2016 in this area, something about a UFO was reported at least twice. Another eyewitness described it as a round glowing ball of red, and soon a mysterious object like a UFO was found on the neighboring island of Seabrook on the beach after the tide had rolled in. It shocked the locals. They described it as a large cylindrical solid body. Ufologists who began to study the object of unknown origin have still kept all their information secret. Therefore, what it was, we can only guess. Everyone knows about the powerful explosion at the Fukushima nuclear plant in Japan, which occurred on March 11, 2011. A major radiation accident, the 7th level on the international scale of nuclear events, was triggered by the strongest earthquake in the country's history, as well as a tsunami that followed it. At the time of the event, eyewitnesses saw a cluster of UFOs not far from the station, as well as near military bases. Remarkably, anomalous changes began to occur in the sky a few days prior to all of this. Satellite data showed that the state of the ionosphere does not correspond to the region represented. What was the reason for this, you ask? Eyewitnesses said they saw something like glowing balls, 5 unidentified spheres that seemed to be watching. They moved slowly and erratically, periodically changing in brightness. Then they headed towards the ocean and instantly disappeared. American ufologist Robert Hastings, who studies this phenomenon, says that over the past few years, UFOs can often be seen near nuclear stations. Aliens used to be limited to simply observing us, and now they are exploring military objects and ways to influence them? What did they want near the nuclear power plant in Japan? To bring the onset of a catastrophe, or to prevent it? This is not yet known. This mysterious event took place on November 10th last year in the Dutch city of Hague, which is located in the province of South Holland. A local resident noticed a dark object in the clear sky. It looked like a huge cigar with antennas pulled out of it. The largest antenna protruded horizontally from the side of the structure, and 8 more, having different lengths, went down. A shocked witness was confident that he had witnessed a UFO appearance over his city. Initially, he thought to call the police, but he thought that the law enforcement agencies would consider him a psycho, and then decided that if it really was an alien aircraft, then the law enforcement officers would find out about it without him. Therefore, he decided to record an unusual phenomenon on his camera phone. After a couple of minutes, the mysterious object literally disappeared into the air. As a result, the witness decided to send the recorded video not to the police, but to the ufologist. Most of the specialists who studied this information concluded that this recording was real, it was not subject to interpretation, and he really captured something shocking. The entire population of the small town of Aagye, which is located in Iceland, was greatly alarmed after a local resident filmed an unidentified flying object. The man was on one of the observation points of the city when he suddenly saw that an additional sun had appeared in the sky, which began to slowly fall to the ground. Very few people would have believed this simple story, but fortunately, he turned on the video camera and he managed to capture what was happening. Transmitting the footage to Icelandic ufologist, the man said that an unidentified object with a yellow flash came down from the sky and collapsed somewhere within the city limits. Soon the video appeared on YouTube and made not only the residents of Aagye worry, but the whole world. To reassure the people, the authorities stated that it was a guided aircraft, which is often used with street surveillance cameras, and not at all a UFO. However, ufologists could not confirm this information. The eyewitness who recorded these images on his phone's camera wanted to remain anonymous. This shocking recorded video is rapidly spreading today among the sites dedicated to ufology and celestial anomalies. Mr. Anonymous reports that having recently flown over South America by plane, he saw 3 unusual luminous globes in the porthole, which hit him in the depths of his soul. He explains that mysterious clusters of light circled in the air like living beings. Sometimes they even lined up in a straight line, and after that they flew again in different directions. At a certain moment, one of the anomalous balls rapidly flew down, and soon the other 2 objects followed it. Then they disappeared from the eyewitness, who breathed a huge sigh of relief, because he was beginning to worry about the safety of the flight of his airliner. On different ufological resource sites, the video produced a bombshell. Most people who watched the video expressed their opinion that this is one of the best evidences of the presence of aliens on our planet. Their vehicles of various forms appear almost everywhere, and the accompaniment of passenger aircraft has become commonplace. But we can take a little comfort in knowing that such mysterious escorts do not cause harm and inconvenience to civilian aircrafts. At least, not yet. Such videos really make you think about the existence of extraterrestrial life. What do you think about this? Share your opinion in the comments. And that's all for today. Put like if you like this video. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more.